Did the New Mexico National Guard terrorize schoolchildren? No, that's not true. An official representative of the Estancia School District told Lead Stories, this event never happened. Also, this claim was made on a self-described satirical website whose disclaimer says it publishes articles like this one for entertainment purposes. The claim appeared in an article, published by Real Raw News on February 21, 2022. The article, titled, National Guard Terrorizes New Mexico School Children, opened, quote, contemporary cartoons like South Park and The Simpsons have predicted the future with almost infallible accuracy. In South Park, the pandemic special Trigger Happy, gung-ho cops became surrogate teachers after the town's educators fell ill from COVID or refused to work for lack of eagerly sought vaccines. A similar event is unfolding, this time for real. New Mexico Governor Michelle Grisham, a deep state Democrat, has abused her authority in calling up the state's National Guard to play substitute teacher. She said so many educators were out sick with COVID that she had no choice but to enlist guardsmen to fill an educational vacuum, even though Republican Party of New Mexico chairperson Steve Pearce warned she was setting a dangerous precedent. End quote. Users on social media only saw this title, description and thumbnail. Quote, National Guard terrorizes New Mexico school children. Real Raw News contemporary cartoons like South Park and The Simpsons have predicted the future with almost infallible accuracy. In South Park, the pandemic special Trigger Happy, gung-ho cops became surrogate teachers after the town's educators fell ill from COVID or refused to work for lack of eagerly sought vaccines. A similar event is unfolding, this time for real. Opening square bracket. Closing square bracket. End quote. It is true that New Mexico has requested assistance from the National Guard, whose members are temporarily filling in as substitute teachers due to complications caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. However, this article cites uncorroborated claims, such as, quote, Lauren Gray, a 26-year-old high school dropout originally from Odessa, Texas, is among the guardsmen tasked with educating our nation's youth. She is currently teaching fourth-grade students at Estancia Elementary School in rural central New Mexico. On Thursday, February 17, Gray showed students a map of New Mexico and asked them to point out the state's capital. When one double-masked student thrust his hand in the air and shouted, Santa Fe, Gray admonished him, incorrectly saying that Albuquerque, not Santa Fe, was the state's capital city. Several students refuted Gray's mistaken assertion, which prompted an unprofessional response. Who was your last teacher? They weren't smart. Albuquerque is the capital of New Mexico. I'm in the military. I'm in charge, and I can carry a sidearm if I want to. Do you know what a sidearm is? It's a pistol, a gun, Gray said. Now repeat after me. Albuquerque is the capital of New Mexico. The students fearfully complied. Lieutenant Austin Scott Peters paces around, peering over shoulders as the sixth graders read aloud passages from William Golding's Lord of the Flies. Peters pulled a loaded sidearm from its holster, saying, Those who have the most firepower makes the rules. I don't care what anyone else has taught you. These are the facts. Ignore them at your own peril. End quote. Lead Stories reached out to Estancia Municipal Schools to ask about the claims. In an email dated February 23, 2022, Superintendent Cindy Sims responded, quote, I can state without reservation that no, Lauren Gray, has ever reported for duty in the Estancia Municipal School District. This event never happened on a campus in my school district. End quote. And, under New Mexico's initiative, National Guard members and state workers must become licensed as substitute teachers or child care workers and fulfill the usual requirements for substitute teachers, such as background checks and a teaching workshop. A Google search using keywords, Lieutenant Austin Scott Peters New Mexico National Guard, produced no results. A National Guard member brandishing a firearm on a school campus would likely bring quick response from parents and become a significant news event, which has not happened. Lead Stories reached out to the New Mexico National Guard and the New Mexico Public Department and will update this story if a response is received. Real Raw News has a long history of publishing false claims in mock news stories, many of them about convictions and executions of various public figures at Naval Station Guantanamo Bay in Cuba.